that first attempt.
Still has some zip left. It's going to give it another try.
He's got a lot of zip left. You'll lose one of the speedier skaters on the Uinta Max team.
Because the blows in our jammers are all off. It is the drive-by jammer up in the front, but it's some nice blocking going on. Both our jammers still trying to get through.
You'll lose, get a little help from running the barbarian until he gets pushed out of bounds.
But it is Tricky Ricardo who is your lead jammer. And Tricky Ricardo making his way up to the front. Some nice blocking going on by Uinta. They are controlling the front of the pack at the moment. Oh, nice back in there.
You'll lose just trying to get through that back. Looks like he's finally made it through.
Nice jab by Tricky Ricardo. Has put some points on the board for our City Rollers. That is 5 points.
You'll lose so close to get through that pack. It just got knocked right back to the back. Giving the opportunity for the drive-by City Rollers. We've got Milk Toast Boy on the line jamming for Uinta Madness. Milk Toast Boy knocked out of bounds immediately. We got a huge pile up there on turn number 3. As Milk Toast Boy finally almost gets away through the pack, and he does. He's going to be your lead jammer.
There's some nice skating there by Milk Toast Boy. He amazing skate on his feet for a few of those hits, but that was some nice deking that he did through the pack there.
Always a lot of energy with Milk Toast Boy out there.
And that is Avenger Holyfield jamming for drive-by. And doesn't quite make it up to the end of the pack before it is called off by Milk Toast Boy. And with that last jam, we now have 5 points on the board for drive-by. We've got 4 points for Uinta, and we've got ourselves a game.
You'll lose back in the track once again, jamming for Uinta Madness.
Drive-by jammer taking some hits in the back of the pack there, still trying to make his way up to the front.
You'll lose, turns on the speed, gets by double tap, and he's going to be your lead jammer.
Nicholas Rage takes another hit near the front of the pack, but just makes it through the clear. Looks like we have a bunch of penalties going on right now. We've got 2 blockers from each team sitting in our penalty box, which is going to make it a 2-on-2 game out on the track. Give a big shout out to Bring Recycling. Bring Recycling partnered with us to help create an award-winning green event. To do your part, please help by limiting waste while at the Big O and use Bring Recycling. Looks like that is Override, I believe, who is now your lead jammer for drive-by.
Milk Toast Boy through the pack as well, as both jammers are now in a scoring run.
Nice jam there by Override. Definitely took advantage of those players being in the penalty box and made a nice clean break through the pack and called off that jam.
Late adjustments being made. Uinta Madness still with only 2 blockers out there. I believe that's Inthane and Hawthorne. Going to try to do the work for 4 out there by themselves.
As our drive-by jammer gets hit through to the inside. and put some more points on the board. So at the end of that jam, we now have 9 points on the board for drive-by and 8 points for Uinta. I like how it's a very back and forth jam.
It absolutely has been a very close bout so far. And not getting lead jam in that last one really hurt Uinta Madness, as Blues was in a position to score.
Still have a few players sitting in our penalty, a couple of players in our penalty box, so we're not quite all over the track as our jammers are making their way through to the front.
That is on, jamming for the first time for Uinta Madness.
But it is Tricky Ricardo has made it out of the pack for LA as your lead jammer.
Off to the pack as well, beginning his scoring run.
I want to say his name too, Con.
It's fun to say, isn't it?
It is, it's really good. Nice, Tricky Ricardo, nice move there as he calls off the jam while looking at the players who were coming right toward him. I like that was a sassy move. You want to come towards me? I'm calling off the jam.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, it was good. It was nice. Oh, it was tricky. Clever.
Oh, yeah,
Nice. That was good. Nice. I missed that. Pun opportunity missed.
Write it down. You can use it the next time. That's something tricky.
Thanks.
We'll lose yet again for Uinta Madness. We'll lose pushes away the inside. And I believe he wants lead jammer.
I think that might actually be Override. Oh, no, it is. You'll lose. Override is not lead jammer, but he's ahead. Looks like we're going to skate this one out a little bit.
We'll lose is just going to tease him. Yeah, both jammers in that last one came to the pack almost simultaneously. It was hard to see who was that lead jammer.
We'd also like to thank Lane Event Center. Thank you to Lane Event Center for hosting the Big O tournament. This is actually my first year at the Big O, and I'm already really impressed. The center is beautiful. Everybody's been fantastic so far.
It really is a well-put-on event. This is my second year here, and I'm just as impressed this time as it was the first year.
That is a lot of work, and it's greatly appreciated by everybody.
That is Ponyboy Hurtis, who is the lead jammer for Uinta Madness.
And so he's happy with those points as he calls off the jam just before Venture Holyfield is able to make it up. So it looks like we've got, oh nice, drive-bys up at 13, Uinta at 12 on the board so far. I like that they've been staying at a 1-point game.
It's been staying close this whole time. Drive-by with one blocker. Evo Ernie's got his work cut out for him. As Milton's boy doesn't even try to evade him. Skates right into him as he becomes lead jammer.
That was a nice move by Meltos. I like that he just went for it.
Just duck that head and go.
And that is Tricky Ricardo again jamming for drive-by. And with that ref takeout, jam's called up.
That was red-headed Deadchild putting the hit on Milton's boy. Pushing him into the rough.
And Rez, I hope you're okay. You look good with the falling voice. Hi, buddy.
He does look good, doesn't he?
He does. He's a charming looking rat for that one. Another big shout out to the Red Lion Hotel. Red Lion is hosting Saturday night's karaoke after party, which I gotta say I'm pretty excited about. One of my life goals is to make people listen to me sing Bon Jovi in as many places as I can. So I'm really excited about adding Oregon to that list.
All right, with just under 20 minutes left to play, Uinta Madness is now in the lead, 15-13 for the Drive-By City Rollers.
So it looks like we're in a bit of an official timeout. I'm going to mention a couple more sponsors here. Magic Mineral Makeup. Stop by the Magic Mineral Makeup booth.
What do they sell there? magic miracle maker?
I hope it's magic enough that it can turn you into a unicorn.
I'm buying some for sure.
Yeah, I'm hoping for mineral. That's if I haven't seen them yet, so maybe I can be.
I heard the ladies really like unicorns.
It's true. We still have a couple of players from drive-by sitting in our penalty box. There's only 2 blockers out there, and that's going to make it a little bit harder for Override, but he is doing a great job of making his way up to the front.
Boy, that looked like a tough pack. It bang, it sits the penalty box. Looks like they're cutting the track. But there's a lot of pushing and shoving right off that start line.
This is a great opportunity for drive-by. Now Override has got himself a power jam. They're going to try and put their lead back up on the board, but Salt Lake doing a great job of blocking so far.
Uinta Madness still has the advantage of blockers. It looks like they're able to do well enough that Override is going to call off the jam.
Yeah, we're going to start that one fresh. Still in a position of being the only jam on the track, and we're going to start this next jam at a tie game, 15 all.
And we have just under 19 minutes left. So the bank's still in the penalty box.
Nice.
That is Tricky Ricardo out there.
Yeah, Tricky Ricardo making a nice way through there. He had to get past the blockers and did a good job. Great job up there. Those blockers are doing an amazing job of slowing him down. Gets hit down to the front, but it looks like that was clean out, and that is a grand slam.
He's dancing all over the place and just barely making ground until finally he was able to get by the muffin buncher. So with Thane now back on the track for Uinta Madness, battling against that white ball.
That is another grand slam on the board for Tricky Ricardo. Fantastic job. He just kind of leapt over a couple of the players in that last pass.
And Thane's still working on his initial pass.
Another 5 big points on the board.
And Thane is up and put the back and beginning to score and run.
Nice little one skate dance there by Tricky Ricardo, and a great jam for Tricky Ricardo, LA fans. That was fantastic jam for Drive-By City Rollers. That puts our score up to Drive-By now has 34 to 15 for Uinta. Uinta.
And then you're right, you can't really understate that last move that he made to get around Milto's boy to call off that jam. It's like Tricky Ricardo wants to do it all with style.
Still have a few players out on the penalty box there as both jammers are on the track now though.
We've got Pony Boy Hurtis jamming for Uinta Madness, battling against some meat as he tries to get through the pack.
And it looks like Drive-By again has our lead jam. That's Override is your lead jam.
Pony Boy Hurtis still trying to make his initial pass. Looks like he had it, and E-Ball Ernie came out of nowhere, throws him out of bounds, and makes him start over.
Some nice front wall blocking going on by Drive-By. Meanwhile, Override able to come through the outside, sneak through, get himself, it looks like that was a grand slam.
Pony Boy Hurtis still battling against E-Ball Ernie. He's going to go all the way back again.
Some big sandwiches going on at the front there, but Override makes it through again, and it looks like that's another grand slam.
Pony Boy Hurtis this time being bumped by Meat. Out of bounds, is still struggling to make that initial pass.
We finally have a full team on the track. Nice. That was actually magic watching the ball go from the bench onto the track. Did you see how fast everybody moved up? It was just
You know, I missed it. I was watching Override, who looked absolutely exhausted after that jam.
That did increase Drive-By's lead. They are now at 48 points to 15 for Uinta.
Wow, how fast things change in roller derby.
Definitely want to make sure you don't get yourself into a power jam situation because that can change the time very quickly. But that is Drive-By easily making lead jammer.
We've got Ethan out there for the Uinta Madness. Trying to push his way through that four wall. By Drive-By.
Avenger Holyfield is your lead jammer. Ooh, it nicely takes advantage of hole on the inside. Comes through with another grand slam.
It looked like there, like the entire pack was focused on Ethan.
Yeah.
Just leaving that entire inside open.
Yeah, no, they were all on the one side.
And Ethan being sent to the penalty box.
Also joined by Drive-By, so that puts Salt Lake back in the game.
So Ethan back on immediately.
Both of our jammers got back on the track. That was a very short penalty. Oh, no, it looks like we've got Drive-By heading back to the penalty box. So that puts Salt Lake into the power jam.
This is what Salt Lake needs. Ethan just needs a little momentum to get through this pack. Is that his red-headed death child? We said his name a bunch already. Ethan's just kind of looking at his back and wondering how he's going to take this guy.
There's a really strong looking line of blockers that Drive-By's got up at the front there. They're definitely killing the time of this penalty.
Yeah, for sure. You'll lose. And Milktoast Boy trying to give Ethan a little bit of help.
Oh, nice little deke around that one blocker, but gets the sandwich dig again. Still has to try and get past Destroyer, and he makes it.
Boy, a lot of heart there by Ethan, not giving up one bit to hurry in trying to get through that pack.
That was definitely a hard-fought jam by Evan. That was fantastic work. And it looks like our Salt Lake City players are going to again have a bit of an advantage as Drive-By is still in the penalty box, but he is standing, which means he doesn't have to stay 10 seconds. But we do have a score right now. Drive-By has 60 points on the board. Uinta has 15. Drive-By doing a good job of keeping Uinta's score at the same for the last, I think it's been about 4 jams.
We've got Khan now jamming to He gets through the pack, he gets lead jammer. Rolls up a little share the fans.
Nice work, Con.
Looks like Uinta Madness is trying to put a little bit more size in their jammer position to kind of battle against these blockers to Drive-By. And he's going to call off the jam after scoring 2 points.
Con definitely saw Victor Holyfield catching up to him there. Didn't want to give away any points, called off the jam. We do have 2 players sitting in our penalty box to start this next jam. We're going to have a 3-on-3 in the pack.
And that is You'll Lose up on the line once again for Uinta Madness.
Both our jammers taking some big hits as they try to make their way through, but that is Uinta.
That's You'll Lose. Lead jammer.
The jammer for, that is Apex Twin jamming for Drive-By.
You'll Lose forcing his way through, calls off the jam and see goes out of bounds. Going to pick up 2 points for Uinta Madness.
Thanks for catching them back there too, ladies. That was a nice stop. So in those last couple of jams, Uinta is able to put a few more points on the board. Drive-By is still up at 60 points. Uinta has broken their 15 streak. They now have 19. And we've got just over 10 minutes left in this first period.
Well, we're going to hope that's all Uinta need to change this momentum a little bit. 2 points at a time. As Khan jamming once again for Uinta Madness. Through the pack, he's going to be your lead jammer. That is Khan!
Really strong work by Con getting out of the points in his scoring run.
Cobb forces his way to the pack, calls off the jam, scores 4 points. However, 3-point score for drive-by.
That looks like they were able to get a few points in just at the whistle.
You can hear that bench roaring too for Cobb to call off that jam as they saw that jammer coming, catching up to him.
I think the whole crowd was roaring. I hear these cats saying something over there.
I was trying to be generous and say the bench. You'll lose. Finds it open the outside. Gets stripped up a little bit, but he will be lead jammer.
Fantastic work. Salt Lake is really pushing. They've got lead jammer, 3 jams in a row, and then is Nicholas Rage jamming for drive-by. Nice work, Nicholas Rage, too, there. A little apex jump was able to get some points.
So now with about 9 minutes left,
Much better.
the score is now 63 drive-by to 27 Uinta Madness.
Great by Uinta in the last couple of jams. They're able to put more points on the board than drive-by, catching up, so cutting down on that lead. And drive-by is going to start this next jam with a couple players in the penalty box, which does make Octo's boy come out quick as your lead jam. That's Raven Buster jamming for drive-by. That's his first jam appearance today.
Milto's boy forced out of bounds. There you go, and he's going to call up the jam, but the officials give him 4 points.
That makes our score currently 63 for drive-by, 27 for Uinta Madness.
You'll lose back out there once again, jamming for Uinta Madness.
Still got quite a few players sitting in our penalty box. I think we just have a 2-on-2 in our blockers there.
You'll lose makes his way inside. He will be lead jammer. So we've got kind of a micro pack, maybe beyond the micro pack out there. 1 block for each team.
Meet our jammer for drive-bys. Got his eye on the jammer.
It's going to be 4-point score for Uinta Madness.
Micro pack.
Both of our jammers coming around the corner. Little jammer on jammer action, but that is called off. Nice work for Uinta. Is it Uinta? Uinta?
Uinta.
Uinta?
Yeah, Uinta. I'm not sure what the difference was
I
between
know.
the 2 things you said.
I just like putting the emphasis on the Uinta.
Uinta. I guess that works.
Uinta. Thanks to another one of our sponsors, Mama Pickle Crafts. Mama Pickle stained glass skates and roller skate jewelry is available for purchase here today, so check out Mama Pickle's booth.
As the jam begins, Tricky Ricardo gets off to a quick start. He's going to be the lead jammer for drive-by City Rollers. Meanwhile, Pony Rollers jamming for Uinta Madness, still fighting his way to the pack.
Both of our jammers out of the pack.
It's going to be 4 points, looks like score for Tricky Ricardo.
Mr. Ricardo makes it up to the front and is able to get a couple points on the board there. Uinta did take a bit of a fall, and I don't think he got any points in that end of that.
I think he picked up 2 right there at the very end.
Nice.
And we've got a timeout. So with 5:40 left in this bout, in the first half, drive-by leads Uinta Madness 71-37.
Uinta's done a good job in the last few jams, getting lead jammer and putting some more points up on the board, but both teams still suffering from some penalties. There's been a few 2-on-2, there's been a couple 1-blocker jams there, so.
It is. We've seen the penalties, but we've seen a lot of very, very physical play on both teams.
Do another couple sponsor shout-outs here. Bodywise Physical Therapy. Bodywise is empowering clients through education, Pilates-based training, hands-on treatment. You can stop by their booth today and become Bodywise.
So we're just waiting to get a call for the official timeout.
And don't forget, Cowfish Dance Club is the dance club where the official after party will be Friday and Saturday night. It's just down the road. I walked past it. It looks kind of funky. It's right near Voodoo Donuts. Which I have to say, I've already eaten that. I was so excited.
What kind of donuts did you get?
Oh, I got the chocolate with Cocoa Puffs.
Ooh, with Cocoa Puffs?
Yeah, chocolate Cocoa Puffs. Do you want to just do this? So it looks like our team captain is going to be serving a penalty that was assessed to the coach. I believe that penalty was to Uinta.
Yeah, I would assume so.
Not quite sure what the coach did, but that is the captain's job. Nice, nice work by drive-by, and it's your lead jammer. That is Evil Ernie. Ooh, and easily threw on the inside. Makes a grand slam for drive-by.
That is insane, Jeremy. For Uinta, still struggling to get to the pack.
Nice hit on our jammer there by our Uinta player. That made Evil Ernie have to pull back after in behind him. Oh, and it looks like was that a multiplayer block that sent him to the penalty?
That was a cutting the track that sent anything to the penalty box, giving a power jam situation now for drive-by.
Drive-by looking to try and pad the lead that they have going on the board. We're coming into the last 4 minutes of this first period. Ooh, final hit to the inside there is going to put Evil Ernie to the back.
That was Khan who blocked him out, skating backwards, forcing him back.
He's probably thinking, come on!
That's exactly what he's thinking as he goes to the penalty box.
Good call, ref!
So that puts Evil Ernie in the penalty box, and that brings back our Uinta jammer.
That would be in thing. Since both jammers have been in the penalty box, this jam will go for the full 2 minutes. And in thing, through the pack. That was a Victor Holyfield, that last blocker he had to get by.
It looks like we're going into a referee timeout here. That last jam, we've got just over 3 minutes left. We've got drive-by in with 94 points. Uinta has 37 points on the board. Again, about 3 minutes left. We'll definitely be giving it, I'm going to call it 3 more jams. Thanks so much to Emerald City Skates for all your gear goods. Blam, check out Emerald City Skates. We have it all. Skates, protective gear, alternative clothing and accessories. Check out our brick and mortar store located at 23 East 11th in downtown Eugene, Oregon. I bought stuff from Emerald City online.
What did you buy from him?
I bought some stripes back in the day.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. I could use some stripes.
They're very flattering. Look how nice they look out there as they're talking in these nice stripes.
It's a fine-looking group out there.
It is.
As they discuss the I guess the official discussion is what it's called. I don't know what the official term is for it.
Official discussion. And I'm gonna go off script here and say thank you so much to all of the volunteers who have come out to put this event on for the next 3 days. I know you guys have done an amazing job, and these things couldn't be out without you. So thanks so much to the volunteers. I think you should applaud. Volunteers rock.
I will now hear from the ref, or just 1 second. He gave our runner the finger, just saying, hold on.
The first finger. It was it was the polite finger, just in case.
I think he decided he ought to tell the coaches what his decision is before the audience.
That's probably a good call. So we're going to get the call from Rock.
This was a black official review based on a no pass no penalty call on the white jammer. The white jammer initiated contact, ricochets off the black blocker without a counter block from the black blocker. This ricochet sends the white jammer out of bounds, who then re-enters in front of the black blocker. Being that the black blocker did not block the white jammer out of bounds, there is no cut call.
Thanks, Rock.
So many words.
That was a good clarification.
I know, that was so good that we didn't have to repeat that back. I like having the referees tell us those.
Boy, you got that right. I would have struggled on that one for sure.
I think I maybe got the last 3 words, but I do remember that one.
I would have probably said the call stands and left it at that.
So we've got about 4 blockers hanging out on our track. Oh, I lied. Nope. Now we're at 4 again.
Now we're at 4. Uinta Madness with 3 blockers out there. 1 for drive-by. That is you'll lose jamming for Uinta Madness. Currently the lead jammer.
So nice blocking there by Defensive Destroyer, is able to slow down our Uinta blocker.
You'll lose going to call off the jam as he took that tumble there at the end. But he's going to pick up 5 points for Uinta Madness.
That's a nice score coming up. We've got just over 2 minutes left. We've got 94 points on the board for drive-by, 42 points on the board for Uinta Madness.
So Uinta Madness still hanging in there. This bound is far from out of reach.
We do have 2 drive-by players sitting in our penalty box. So we've only got 2 blockers, which will make it a little easier for their jammer. But those are some 2 strong blockers they've got up there.
That is Uinta Madness. That's we'll lose jamming for Uinta Madness. It's knocked out of bounds, back up, but will not be lead jammer.
It looks like it's an excellent opportunity for Uinta as Nicholas Rage hits the penalty box. So we are in a power jam.
You'll lose, get a little help from Buffett Muncher, putting the hit on Defensive Destroyer.
Defensive Destroyer doing the best job he can, being the only blocker there as the other blocker just come off the penalty bench to catch up. So that was nice work there for a drive-by, but excellent news for You'll Lose. I think was that a grand slam on the board?
Defensive Destroyer has to hold his own. Unfortunately, as I say that, that's the first time You'll Lose is able to get through pretty easily. Picking up another 5 points. As now Defensive Destroyer goes to the penalty box.
You'll Lose doing a great job of this penalty, putting a lot of points on the board. I love that little spin he did on the inside, and that is another grand slam for You'll Lose.
Buffett Muncher out there in the white line doing what he can to help out. You'll lose. You'll lose forces his way through. And that's going to be 4 points. Score for Uinta Madness.
Nice work for Uinta in that power jam. We do have Nicholas Rage back on the track, making his way up to the front. Take some nice hits from Uinta, and they were able to swallow him up again and push him through to the front.
It looked like a no pack was called, but unfortunately Nicholas Rage pushed out of bounds as it's being called. And that looks like it's going to be the end of the jam. You'll lose, picking up an additional 2 points. first half.
Nice work in the end there by Uinta. They are able to put a few more points on the board, so we're going into our halftime.
It is our halftime.
Great, we're going into our halftime at 94 for a drive-by and 63 for Uinta Madness. That was very exciting.
It was. You know, it started off close, and then it looked like drive-by was just going to completely pull away. I think at one point the score was maybe 65 to 15 or 65 to 19, and then right there at the end we saw it kind of back and forth again before Uinta Madness was able to close it up there.
And they did get a couple of power jams that they were able to take advantage of as well and put some points on the board to try and close that gap. But it was a really nice comeback by Uinta in that second half of that period.
You know, when you mentioned the power jams, I think that was probably the biggest change I saw. Is there towards the end of that first half, there were really a lot of penalties for drive-by. I just remember watching over and over again, two people in the pack, one person in the pack for drive-by. Just weren't a lot of white jerseys out there.
Yeah, most definitely drive-by did have quite a few penalties. They did a really great job of the blockers that were left on the track, but they definitely suffered from penalties in the end there.
Oh, absolutely. I remember defensive destroyer. Boy, I felt bad for him out there skating line and stuff, but
he did a great one wall there, though. He was really just everywhere.
He's a big kid, you know. He takes up some space on that track.
Fantastic. Points and Uinta not far behind with 63.
The next whistle.
Looks like they did a quick jammer change as Milk Toast Boy comes off. Pony Boy Hurtis slides into third as he just barely gets the track in time.
Nice move by drive-by as Override jams that goes really through that fast with that jam and comes out as their lead jammer. That's where I'm going.
Pony Boy Hurtis once again then is defensive destroyer up there in front, preventing him from getting through. He gets him up from Con and will begin his scoring run.
Both of our jammers down on the pack. Nice jammer on jammer action. Override giving some hits there to Pony Boy and then calls off the jam. Just a few pokes, calls off the jam.
It's almost like an intimidation factor.
I think it is.
Just so you know I'm still around, I'm going to knock you around a little bit. Muffin Muncher out there lined up. I believe this is his first time jamming in this bout for Uinta Madness.
Both of our teams hitting the penalties pretty early. We've got two players from each team in the penalty box. That means we've got 2-on-2 on the track.
Muffin Muncher up in the front. We had a little bit of a tumble there. Muffin Muncher taking advantage. He will be the lead jammer.
Some huge hits to Tricky Ricardo. Great blocking by our Uinta blockers there. Tricky Ricardo in the box.
That was in name putting that hit on Tricky Ricardo. Muffin Muncher comes down the slide as he's got the power jam, and that's going to be 4 points. Score for Uinta Madness.
This is an advantage that Salt Lake City is looking for here, as they're going to try and put some points on the board to get a bit of hit to the outside and have to start that pass again.
A lot of hard walking back and forth between the two lines. Muffin Muncher pushed out of bounds by Ethan Ernie.
Had enough, called off the jam.
3 more points scored for Uinta Madness.
Nice work, Uinta. That puts our score in with drive-by, 94 points. Uinta Madness, 71. Still a close game. We're still piling up the penalties. Got a couple players from each of our teams, and we still have our drive-by in player in the box.
Milton's boy being knocked down. Turns to the speed, gets by defensive destroyer, and he will be lead jammer. Still power jam for Milton's boy. Skates to the back after being pushed out of bounds by defensive destroyer. Makes his way through. He is going to score 5 points for Uinta Madness.
Nice footwork there by Milton's boy. He just kept on moving, did a lot of nice deking, and really earned those points. for Melto's Boy did a really strong hit to the inside there from Destroyer, defensive Destroyer.
We almost don't even need to say that name anymore. Just say a hard hit to the inside and goes to serve.
Nice blocking there by our drive-by City Rollers, but a great jam for Melto's Boy.
Oh, he's pretty good.
He picked up 3 more points there at the end.
Got a nice looking score of 98 for drive-by, 89 for Uinta. Uinta doing a great job of fighting back and cutting down on that lead.
It is down less than 10 points at this point.
And we are going to start with Uinta and on a power jam as we still have drive-by in the penalty box.
And that is Muffin Muncher jamming for Uinta Madness. Muffin Muncher steps out of bounds, but will get through the pack, not lead jammer, however.
Still the only jammer on the track as he is making his way to the scoreboard, even though he's not lead jammer.
Muffin Muncher that time took a hard hit by the defensive Destroyer, which will send him to the penalty box.
Tricky Ricardo made it in, called off the jam. Thanks again for helping out to Bring Recycling. Bring Recycling partnered with us to create an award-winning green event. They're explaining the green event a little bit earlier. It was really quite fantastic.
Muffin Muncher in the penalty box for Uinta Madness. Looks like he got a penalty call right at the end of that last jam.
That is Raven Buster jamming for drive-by. Just flies through the pack, immediately becomes the jammer. It looks like he just got himself a penalty and is heading to the box again.
Well, that's a huge break for Uinta Madness, as it looks like their momentum may finally start to slow down, and now Muffin Muncher in the power jam, at least for a little bit. Muffin Muncher uses that inside, able to stay in bounds, and he begins his scoring run.
It was a really nice pass by Muffin Muncher.
You know, that footwork just amazes me sometimes. I didn't think there's any way he'll stay in bounds.
Some really strong blocking by our drive-by, but Muffin Muncher is able to get through that pass, and I believe that is a grand slam. We've got everybody back on the track now.
Muffin Muncher pushed out of bounds.
Meanwhile, Raven Buster able to come through with 4 big points on the board for drive-by. Both of our Uinta players took some big hits at Raven Buster, but not able to connect, and Raven Buster makes it through, and I think that was a grand slam for drive-by.
Meanwhile, Muffin Muncher called for cutting the track, and he will head to the penalty box. And that's one of those frustrating penalties, I think, for jammers, where he was pushed out of bounds and was backed in bounds before you could kind of realize what was going on. But nonetheless, it is a cutting the track.
That slippery floor caused Raven Buster to take a fall and end up tripping one of our one of our Uinta Madness players, so he is sent to the box for a tripping penalty.
So once again, it works out all right for Uinta Madness. Looks like 2 additional points scored by drive-by.
And it looks like we might be doing a jamless starter. We've got both of our jammers sitting in the penalty box. One of them will leave.
What a relief, is that just that?
Oh, one of them will leave.
Oh,
there we
what
go.
a relief. It is Muffin
What a
Muncher.
relief. Jammers are sitting down. What a relief.
It's like those jammers, they want all the attention. Let's just do one jam without a jam.
This is a block.
Muffin Muncher pushes his way through, but he's going to get a cutting the track and head back to the penalty box.
Bad news for Muffin Muncher, but that does put Raven Buster back in the pack, and he has made it through as your lead jammer and immediately called off the jam. I think both of those jammers are tired. You can sit down and give somebody else a chance.
Well, you know, I almost hate to say that you can see it in Muffin Muncher's face. Looks like, I mean, getting pushed around like that in a physical bout like this one is so far, I mean, that just wears those skaters out so quickly.
It's been a really quick bout as well, too. The speed of these packs have been going really fast.
It has been. And this time it looks like you went to Madness that has the short pack with only 2 players right now on the track.
That is O'Brien jamming for the drive-by City Rollers. He is your lead jammer, and of course he's the only jammer on the track right now, so he's trying to pull in more points, pad out, drive-by his lead a little bit, and he does a grand slam in that pass.
So you'll lose Effin and Hawkmore, the 3 blockers out there right now for Uinta Madness.
It's a really nice pass for O'Brien. Did a little maneuvering in there. Is able to get another grand slam on the board.
That time Hawkmore and Effin close in on O'Brien.
Unfortunately, it looks like the refs didn't like that hit and sent him to the penalty box. O'Brien in the pack makes his way out to the front.
You'll lose an F and do whatever they can to slow him down. And the jam is called off as Muffin Muncher did a SAR swap with Uinta as they both came out off the bench.
Sally didn't come to any good there as the jam is called off before Uinta was able to make it into the pack, but we're going to go into a official timeout here.
So the score right now stands, Uinta Madness 98, drive-by 134. And I remember, boy, it was just maybe a minute or 2 ago, I glanced up at the scoreboard and I think the score was 97 to 98.
Oh, nice.
And it, just like that, drive-by takes the momentum back and scores a quick 40 points to open up that lead once again.
Yeah, drive-by did a really good job of taking advantage of that last power jam that they were on. I believe that was Raven Buster was able to put all those points on the board in that last power jam. So good work there for drive-by. But as we've seen many times tonight, Uinta is able to cut down on those points on the board. See if they're able to do it again in our next 19 minutes.
You'll lose champion for Uinta Madness, battling up against Raven Buster. Able to get through, you'll lose. Not lead champion, however, since the penalty box.
That needs to be Uinta as they're going to sit that out. I think that's Tricky Ricardo there for drive-by, who is your lead jammer and did a power jam.
Slow down Tricky Ricardo, unable to do so, and that's going to be 5 points.
Tricky Ricardo's got himself some nice footwork there too. He's a good player. And able to bust through again with another 5 points on the board for drive-by. Tricky Ricardo took a bit of a trip off of Milto's boy and hits himself to the inside and calls off the jam, but it looks like our referee's giving him another grand slam. 15 more points on the board for drive-by City Rollers.
Not much Uinta Madness can do about it right now as you'll lose remains in the penalty box, at least for the start of this jam.
Don't think he has very much more time to sit in that box there, so Uinta's going to be back in this game very shortly. Going into another official timeout. Looks like we're just checking on all the points on the board. Another big shout out to Magic Mineral Makeup. Stop by the Magic Mineral Makeup booth. Find out if you do get to be a unicorn. I haven't checked it out yet. You might get to become a unicorn.
Come see me this afternoon or tonight in the afternoon. I'll let you know how well it works.
Someday I will find it.
The unicorn?
Yes.
We are getting the signals from the ref that we're ready to get started again. I think that was just a clarification on the points to make sure that they had all been posted correctly.
We've got all of our blockers on the track for this jam. We've only got one of our jammers, that is our Uinta jammer, still in the pack, and that is Override, jamming for drive-by. Nice work for Override there, able to come through as your lead jammer.
You'll lose out of the penalty box before you win to Madness. Both jammers kind of put on the brakes there as they hit the pack. You'll lose is through. And he's back to the penalty box once again.
It's a multiplayer. Bad news for Uinta Madness is you'll lose goes into the penalty box once more. But it is an opportunity for our drive-by City Rollers to try and pad their lead as we're going into the last half of this second period. Drive-by up 153 to Uinta's 98.
Well, we're seeing kind of the same issue right now with You'll Lose that we saw Fluffin' Munch a little bit ago, where you just can't get rid of that star.
Yeah.
As soon as he comes back on the track, it seems like the penalties are being called.
That was a really fast pass for Raven Buster as he just slams through that pack and becomes your lead jammer.
On board, Milto's boys. Got the jammer out of bounds, but no penalty call.
Both players went out of bounds there, so Raven Buster able to keep on going. Raven Buster coming in again for his next scoring pass. Milto's boy doing a great job. That's a booty block. Ooh, nice work for Raven Buster. Stays on his feet and gets another 5 big points for drive-by.
Onward takes a tumble. Ought to know better. Milto's boys still do what they can to slow down Raven Buster. Unfortunately, I believe that is another 5 points for drive-by.
Nice work there for Raven Buster, putting some more points on the board in these penalties. He's had a couple of really good penalty jams, actually, for putting some points on the board for drive-by. He's taken advantage of a few penalties.
You'll lose remaining in the penalty box before you win to Madness as we get ready to start this next jam.
Drive-by jammer trying to move his way up to the front of the pack, and that is Tricky Ricardo able to make it through as your lead jammer. But we have You'll Lose back in the pack. Both jammers cleanly out of the pack this time. Nice work for Tricky Ricardo. Comes in, gets his points, calls off the jam just as You'll Lose is hitting to the back of the pack. So no points there for United. Uinta. Don't know why I'm getting that wrong all of a sudden. I was doing so well. Uinta.
Uinta. Post that Uinta. So we got Pony Boy Hurtis jamming for Uinta Madness. And this is one of the few times in this second half that Uinta Madness has had a jammer on the jam line. Just casually just skates through. Looks like people are falling all around him. He just like walked through the...
Yeah, no, it was very casual. I think he thought he was almost getting a penalty, so he was just kind of casually skating through. In the meantime, he makes it through and puts a grand slam on the board. It was kind of awesome.
I don't think I've ever seen anything like that before.
No, he's just kind of casually strolling.
He's through once again. Stays in bounds.
He's able to stay on his feet and 5 more points for Uinta. Unfortunately, takes the big hit to the inside. It's going to have to do that run up to the pack again, but finds a nice hole. What an amazing jam.
5 more points for Pony Boy Hurtis.
Uinta blocker is doing a really good job of slowing down our drive-by jammer. He finally makes it out. That is Evil Ernie.
And it looks like Pony Boy Hurtis headed to the penalty box before cutting the track.
Big hit there for Evil Ernie, but he's able to get up again, and he puts 5 points on the board for drive-by. Big point jam. Ooh, takes his basically like sandwich, manages to stay up and pushes his way through for another 5 points.
Well, it's almost one of those things you see every now and then where he gets hit on both sides at the same time.
Yeah.
And just keeps skating forward.
There's like the momentum from each side cancel each other out and just able to shoot through. Doing a nice job here though, taking some big hits and just brushing off. Another few points on the board for Evil Ernie just at the end of that jam.
It looks like Uinta Madness wants a timeout to discuss this a little bit. I see the coach going up to the officials. Thinks she may have a concern or two that she wants to bring up.
Well, the officials are, Rocket's talking to everybody about that. Another couple of mentions for our sponsors. Thanks again to Lane Event Center. Thank you to the Lane Event Center for hosting the Big O tournament. And of course, Mama Pickles Crafts. Mama Pickles stained glass skates, roller skate jewelry is available for purchase here today. We would also like to thank these local sponsors for feeding the officials and the media staff. I want to thank them. We've got the Noodle Company, Amy and Brian's Coconut Water, Serrato Soy Foods, Nancy's Creamery, Trader Joe's, Carmen's Chips, Salsa de Casa, Eugene Kettle Corn, Ron's Island Grill, Organically Grown, the Cornbread Cafe, Hot Mama's Wings, and the Daily Bagel.
So we did get confirmation there from the officials that this is an official review from Uinta Madness. As soon as it is decided, we will give you information.
Nice, I like that.
Thank
As
you.
soon as they know, you'll know.
As soon as they know, you'll know. Maybe not quite as soon, but maybe a little bit after they know
A
you'll
few moments after. It's a
Few
good
moments.
They gotta walk.
But we will not keep you in the dark.
I can lay out my trivia knowledge of Salt Lake City, which I was amazing you with earlier. The one bit of trivia that I do know about Salt Lake is that your streets are built wide enough so you can turn your team of oxen.
That is true. And I can't tell you how many jams that's gotten me out of. I'll bring my oxen down the road.
And you're like, oh no, Trader Joe's is on the other side of the street, I forgot.
We had a black official review in questioning the cut call on the black jammer. That will stand as the black jammer did not cut the white blocker that initiated the block and went out of bounds, but did cut white 2-4K.
Thanks, Rock.
All right, so I guess the call stands. I wonder what the percentage of calls actually being overturned is.
I've seen it.
I see it, but it's pretty rare when you see those things.
But that does give another advantage to our drive-by city rollers, and that is Raven Buster. If you saw him the last jam, he was at a penalty. He put about 40 points on the board.
He most certainly did. You see him try to repeat that.
Nice work there. He's able to clear the pack, and that looks like that is 5 big points on the board just for the first pass. He does take a look behind him and sees that our Uinta jammer is out of the box and back in the pack.
That is Pony Boy Curtis back out there jamming for Uinta Madness.
Uinta suffering from some penalties right now. We've got 2 blockers in the pack. In the box, that's Raven Buster able to make it through again with another 5 big points.
Pony Boy Curtis still trying to get through. I don't know if y'all saw that play just a bit ago. Apex swing put a big hit on Pony Boy Curtis. Was kept in bounds by defensive Destroyer who grabbed his arm and pulled back in. Making Pony Boy Curtis go to the back of the pack.
nice work for drive-by. Saw that everybody was busy blocking out Ponyboy and able to take it through on the inside for a nice pass. And again, Raven Buster doing his best to put some points on the board. That is another 5 points. He has been a big scorer this game.
Apex twin Nicholas Ray still frustrating. Ponyboy Hurtis as the jam comes to its conclusion.
You will lose did a nice hit to the inside there for Raven Buster, and he realized that he didn't want to have to take the effort to pull back in, and so you will lose forced him to call off that jam.
So we do have another timeout.
Give another big shout out here to one of our sponsors, Emerald City Skates. For your gear goods and glam, check out Emerald City Skates. We have it all.
So it looks like the white jammer was called for a skating out of bounds major. And will be sent to the penalty, or will be sent out.
Okay, so that does look like Raven Buster is going to be spending a minute in the box.
Looked like a little bit of confusion there, so he kind of went in the box, then came out, went back in.
Well, that's what referee official timeouts are for. Nice.
Alto's boy just muscled his way through double tap.
I love watching him. He's just kind of like rubber. They keep hitting him, but he just stays up and does some footwork and keeps on going through. He's really fun.
So much energy as he gets to the line once again. That's going to be, even when he's skating with no one around, it looks like he's about to fall over any second.
Ooh, that was a nice hit to the inside there, and that did stop Miltos boy momentum a little bit, but he's up again.
Using his teammates, who's trying to work up and get through, and he gets by double tap again. 5 more points for Miltos boy.
He's definitely taking advantage of this penalty.
And another blocker sits in the penalty box for drive-by. We got another micro pack. Miltos really struggles to get up, and he's going to score another 5 points. As it lead for a very short period, the drive-by was down to 1 blocker.
That was just Evil Ernie out there, but we do have another blocker on the job.
And it looks like an exhausted Miltos boy is going to call off that jam as he crawls off the track.
Great jam for Miltos boy. That was fantastic work. That brings you Uinta up to 128 to drive-by's 224.
We have just under 8.5 minutes left.
It's been a pretty exciting game.
It has been. It's been competitive. And other than a couple of big runs by drive-by, score-wise, it's been tight for the entire time.
Yeah, I agree. If Uinta didn't get a couple of those penalties, the score would be a little bit closer, but it's been a really hard-fought game for both teams. I'm really impressed with everyone.
Yeah, that period they had where they just couldn't keep a jammer on the track, that really did it in more than anything. But let's see what they can do. Down by 100, I've seen stranger things in roller derby.
Definitely, we have enough time. There's over 8 minutes left. We can definitely see a lot more points on the board.
So we got Khan jamming for Uinta Madness.
God.
It's fun to say.
It really is. It appeals to the geek in my heart, too. Come on.
You, geek in your heart? I would have never guessed.
Never. I'll show you my Ewok costume pictures.
I want to see your Ewok costume. I hope you brought that with
I
you.
didn't, sadly.
That would be great for the dance party. You could be an Ewok, I could be Elvis. And we're dancing all night long.
You're my new best friend. Trigger Ricardo, our jammer for drive-by. Nice work there. Gets past them all over Uinta blockers. Comes through as your lead jammer. Even with a couple of players sitting in the penalty box. Ooh.
was forced his way by that pack. I believe that was Nugget and Defensive Destroyer. He just kind of forced his way through to begin his scoring run.
Another nice job by Trigger Ricardo. Gets in, gets his points, and calls off that jam. Drops something.
Is that his whistle? I think that's what it was.
I think his whistle just exploded.
If you're going to cause a penalty, you do it in front of Fu Man Drew. He can't blow his whistle for a little while.
I think it's fixed. He's got it all back together. But good call.
Jam's getting ready to start. We got You'll Lose once again. Jam before you win some madness. And You'll Lose immediately sets the penalty box for a black box.
That gives an advantage to Override, our jammer for Drive-By City, and he is your lead jammer. Override coming up to try and start one of his scoring passes. Nice little call to his offensive blockers there. Calls them in to try and help clear out those blockers. Still takes some big hits, but is able to make it through and get himself a grand slam.
And then what's kind of interesting, those hand signals he's throwing out there.
Yeah.
Saying, hey, come here. Come here.
They were paying attention. That was awesome. Uinta doing a nice job of blocking. They're really slowing him down.
That's Onboard's put a bunch of hard hits on it. Onboard was looking for a cutting the track, but I guess he didn't go out of bounds completely. And they finally got him. That is a cutting the track. Override will head to the penalty box.
We do have all of our blockers on the track, so it is going to be a tougher run for You'll Lose, but he is on a power jam, so let's see what he's going to be able to do. Put some points on the board for Uinta.
You'll Lose through the pack. You'll Lose once again forces his way through the pack, and that is going to be 5 points for Uinta Madness.
Nice work pushing those drive-by blockers up.
You'll Lose dancing around one more time, but the jam will conclude. Looks like 4 more points for Uinta Madness and 2 more for drive-by.
I like that he got those points just before the whistle blew. He really pushed through, and that was a nice work for Uinta.
Drama. He's all about drama all the time.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he's going to slow down a little bit just to get those points right when the whistle blows.
Then we can talk about it later, like, oh my god, that was so amazing.
He's like, yeah, I know it was.
So Uinta's still in a power jam situation.
Bonnie Boy heard us once again. That is Defensive Destroyer.
Defensive Destroyer really showed his chops as a blocker tonight. He's done an amazing job out on the track.
Bonnie Boy Hurtis is able to get through. He will be lead jammer.
Drive-by doing their best job to try and slow him down. I like this little line they have going. And that is Override back on the track from the penalty box. He's able to take advantage of everyone paying attention to Uinta and come through on the outside.
Bonnie Boy Hurtis finally gets around that train or whatever they had. And he's going to pick up 5 points for Uinta Madness.
I just want to do a big shout out to the coach over there of Drive-By. I really like your pants.
Those are good looking
I
pants.
know, they're nice pants.
Skaters are lined up. We have You'll Lose once again, jamming for Uinta Madness.
We've got just 3.5 minutes left on the clock, but what's been a really exciting game. Ooh, big pile up at the front here. Hope everybody gets up again.
You'll Lose, leaps the mile, tries to take advantage. Looks like he gets blocked out by knees. Evil Army comes to help out, but it is a no-pack situation. You'll Lose will be lead jammer.
Our drive-by jammer heading on to the penalty box as well, too. That is Nicholas Rage going to sit out for a minute. Luz has to get by all 4 of the blockers for drive by. Nice work there, too. A little pop over the end, and that is a grand slam for Luz.
We're seeing that kind of that passive offense played by Uinta Madness, where they're just going to kind of hang back and let Luz do it on his own, which looks like it's working out just fine. He has another 5 points, gets picked up.
We've got one drive-by player in the box too, so that's only 3 people that he has to get past, but that is some nice work at the front there. That was me doing some nice blocking at the front there, but you'll lose, able to make it through again.
That spin move once again. And that is going to send you'll lose the penalty box.
Is it high blocking?
That's what it looked like.
Yeah, I think you got a high blocking call there. That puts drive by the penalty in a power position, but it looks like you just got a cutting penalty there for Nicholas Rage, so Nicholas Rage on his way to the penalty box.
Looks like there's some discussion with the officials as that jam comes to a close. And I hate to say anything too early, but we see you'll lose kind of skating away from the action right now. I know he's been in the penalty box a lot and haven't kept count.
No, that might have been enough for him.
Yeah. I know some officials discussing a meeting once he got that last penalty. So we're going to have an official timeout.
Going into official timeout, we've just got 1 minute left on the board for this game. That is we've got drive-by currently with 240 points, Uinta with 166. This has been I really enjoyed this game. It was very exciting.
It has been. It's been a good one.
Don't forget, we've got a lot more games going on tonight. We're also going to see you at the after party, which is going to be at the Cowfish Dance Club. And don't forget about breakfast throwdown in the Red Lion Hotel tomorrow morning. Coming up next on this track, we do have Cherry City versus Lava. Utah's full of rowdies.
We have a lot of rounds in Utah. And once we get out of Utah, then we really get rowdy. So Buddy Boy heard us once again jamming for Uinta Madness. He will be the lead jammer.
Nice work as we run down the clock here. That is Nicholas Rage back on the track again. Got a bunch of our blockers. We've only got 2-on-2 going up in there. We've got everybody sitting in the penalty box.
Pony Boy Hurtis going to call off the jam. No additional points scored by either team.
Hello, White.
Just a few seconds on the clock left, and we are going into a timeout, which means we're definitely going to have another jam. So I'm going to guess it might be our last jam.
I would guess that. Usually when I guess that, I'm wrong.
I know.
But I'm still going to guess it anyway.
I played that out so many times, and like, oh, 3 more jams.
Yeah, or there can't be more than just one more jam. Little do you know, there is. But I would concur. I do believe this will be the final jam of this first bout for both teams.
Nice showing for both teams, and this is only our 3rd game of the night. I think the Arizona versus Sin game has either started or, it's about half an hour in over on track 2 when we're done. And of course, I'm excited about track 1 at 6:15, where my own Terminal City Road Girls are going to be taking on Silicon.
I'll have to come by and watch that.
I think you should.
All right, the skaters are lined back up. Looks like we're getting ready to start this. Once again, that is Pony Boy Hurtis again jamming for Uinta Madness.
We've only got 2 blockers from each team on the track. We are going to be playing a little bit short here, but those are some pretty strong blockers out there, so there's definitely going to be not an easy pass for our jammers.
Well, there's a lot of tension sometimes waiting for that first whistle to blow. Pony Boy Hurtis fighting against Evil Ernie, and both for cutting the track, and that'll bring Nugget back out for a drive-by.
Nice exciting jam we have going on. Nugget takes a bit of a slide on the way in. It was a little graceful move, but he is in the pack.
Sometimes you just get a little too excited to get back on that track.
This is exciting.
Nugget working his way by Con and Muffin Butcher. Gets thrown out of bounds, a hard fall.
I could hear that fall from here, Nugget. That was a hard fall, but we have all our players on the track right now for the end of our game as the clock is running out. And it looks like Nugget's able to make it through.
Start strong and end strong, right? That's the way you gotta play. Pony Boy Curtis fighting that three wall. Trying to just tiptoeing that line until finally that was Apex Swing who comes over and pushes him out of bounds.
Some really beautiful blocking going on by both of our teams there. That was some really impressive blocking. Looks like we did end up with a couple of players going into the box for that one, but it looked great.
That's Evil Army and Con in the penalty box.
Huge hit by KO there, and clock runs down.
We do not yet have an official score, but I think it's probably safe to say at this point the drive-by has won this.
I'm going to go ahead and say that that is probably a good call. Great game by both of our teams. That was a really great, just say it again, great game.
It was. It's a good way to start off this tournament. I guess not really a tournament, but weekend, and I expect it to hopefully just keep getting better from here.
I think we can go ahead and call that as our score now. So 244 points, ladies and gentlemen, the drive-by City Rollers. Congratulations, gents. That was a good game.
And let's congratulate Uinta Madness Roller Derby, playing a competitive game throughout.
Thanks to all of our officials who helped us run that game. Thanks so much to my new best friend, John Mazzarelli.
Thank you very much, Dr. Jimmy Beaver. I was thinking something else. I can't remember what I was thinking. It was something else.
Thanks so much, everybody. Go check out another game. We'll see you soon.
It is sliding.